Welcome to the Source Studio podcast. My name is Priscilla and I am your host. And I'm on a mission to help luxurious interior designers reclaim their precious time and elevate their services to turn their interior design business into a 7-figure company. How? Keep listening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. And today we are going to be talking about 3 reasons why you are stuck. Yes. 3 reasons why interior designers are stuck, and this might be a little bit triggering for you today, and I apologize up front. But yes, it will be probably a little bit triggering. You might feel called out, but guess what? That is a good thing because you are identifying what is not working for you in your business, and we are here to find a solution together. Reason number 1, fear of taking risks. Yes, interior designers normally have the fear of taking big risks because their business depends on those. And I completely understand that, but it's time to break that. It's time to break the rules, to break the norms, and let's take this risk. And this might sound crazy. You might be thinking like, Priscilla, what in the world are you telling me right now? Well, let me explain a little bit further. Is there something in your business that you have been wanting to do for like weeks, months, years, and you haven't because you're scared of what the outcome can be? That is definitely something that you should be doing then. And yeah, I know it is a big risk. When I started my business, it was also a big risk. I quit my job and I didn't have a stream of income at that point. So it was a huge risk. So I know this firsthand. But look where it brought me. In order to succeed, you need to risk. If you never risk, you're gonna stay in the same position for the rest of your life. Let me explain a little bit more about what I'm trying to say. Taking risk in your business can definitely impact in your growth and success. And I'm gonna give you 5 different points on why this is true. Point number 1 is market differentiation. And what do I mean by this? Choosing to specialize in a specific niche. It could be kitchens. It could be, well, if we're talking about residential, right? It could be kitchens. It could be living rooms. It could be beach houses. It could be mountain houses. It could be anything you want. But specializing in one very specific niche and offering unconventional services can definitely position you as an authority, and it will make you more visible in your industry. Basically, it will differentiate you from all the other designers, and your clients will know exactly what they get from you, exactly the outcome and the transformation you are giving them after their experience with you. With this said, point number 2 will be expanding your services. Besides defining your niche very specifically, you can take very calculated risk to diversify your services beyond traditional design, and that can open doors to additional revenue streams. Like for example, if you start offering stuff like designer for a day, I don't know if any of you heard about that, but not many designers offer that. Or if you start hosting workshops or partnering with local artisans or local vendors, that can also be such a valuable experience and service to offer, and that is not conventional at all. And this brings me to point number 3, which is pricing and value proposition. I know that adjusting pricing and your strategies for it can be scary and risky, and you can think that you're gonna lose clients or that you're not gonna attract more, but actually it can be the contrary. You can start attracting those clients that you want, those clients that are willing to pay for the service they are looking for. Your price needs to reflect the value of expertise and unique offerings, and obviously it can be a risk, but it pays off. Rather than using your prices as your only competing factor. Designers who confidently communicate the value they bring to the table, they attract more clients, and they attract clients who prioritize quality and innovation, which is literally what I was saying. Even if adjusting your prices or raising them can be risky and scary, you will start attracting the kind of clients that you want, the dreamy kind of clients. Which brings me to the next point, which is client engagement and marketing. And with this, I mean, try new channels and socials and spaces where you can find your ideal clients. Because experimenting with new social media platforms or unconventional marketing campaigns can amplify brand visibility and attract the kind of client you want. This might sound redundant by now, but this is so true. Which obviously brings me to my last point, which is collaborations and partnerships. We all know that collaborating with other professionals in the interior design industry, like architects, contractors, artists, vendors, whatever it is, can be a very strategic choice that you make that would also grow your business reach and reputation for sure. Reason number 2 why you're stuck. You have an unclear business strategy. You don't have a strategy in place for your business. And let's expand on this and what can we do about it. What I mean with this is that without a very well designed, very well defined plan, let's say, for getting clients and for managing your projects and for financial growth, you will probably be struggling to attract clients, to secure profitable projects, and to achieve your business goals. You need to understand that your business strategy is literally the roadmap that brings clarity to your objectives, that aligns your actions with your vision, and that sets the stage for consistent growth. I actually have a very affordable course on my website where I dive very deep into this stuff, and that I believe that will help you so much if this is one of the reasons why you're stuck. But let's talk a little bit about the 3 points we just mentioned: attracting clients, securing profitable projects, and achieving your financial goals. So, what are the actionable steps to attract your dream clients? First of all, you need to define that. You need to define what your actual ideal client is. I don't want to get into that. Again, there is a very good content that I can offer you, but let's go through the general stuff. Define what your actual ideal client is. After that, you need to get a very clear message, very clear brand message on what you can provide them. What transformation are you giving them? Then you need to build a good online presence. And when I say this, I don't mean that you have to be 24/7 on your socials or that you have to post every single day. It just means that the content that you are creating and offering for free to your audience needs to be valuable. Then what you are posting on social media needs to be a balance between some educational content, some testimonials, some of the work you actually do, kind of like your portfolio. You need to leverage social media. And then one of the last points I want to mention about this is networking and collaborating. I think networking is a very important and useful tool in order to attract your dream clients. And if someone is not using that already, you should definitely try it. I don't love networking. I am a very introvert and shy person, and I can still do it. So if I can, you can too. Then what are the actionable steps that you can take to secure profitable projects? You need to have a pricing strategy in place. Again, this is more of the stuff we talk on that little course I have on my website. So go and check it out. But I'm going to mention these 5 actionable steps you can take to secure your profitable projects. And those are, again, having a pricing strategy in place. Then you need to create a very impressive portfolio with your best work. Select the best of it. You need to get very good client testimonials, very specific and detailed one. Don't get testimonials that are like, oh, X name working with Marcella was such a great experience. No, ask them to get very specific. Why was a great experience? What they should do for you. And then create very transparent proposals, very clear and detailed project proposals that outline scope, timeline. Again, I don't want to get very detailed into this, but you need to get very transparent and clear proposals that can be used over and over again. And most importantly, effective communication. You need to practice consistent and open communication with both your team and your clients. And lastly, what are the actionable steps you can take to reach your financial goals? First of all, set these goals. You need to set them. You can be like, I want to reach 7 figures and I don't have small steps in the middle. There has to be small goals between those and they need to be smart. I actually talk about setting small goals in one of my blog articles that you can go check and one of my Instagram reels too. Set very clear and smart goals. Secondly, keep learning. Never stop learning. Never stop trying to stay up to date with the new trends and the new programs, everything that is coming out constantly. There is new things all the time. And this can help you raise your prices. Obviously, my next step, you guys already know, probably is delegation and outsourcing. This is something I mentioned in most of my episodes. Delegating can bring you financial growth. Like it can exponentially change it. It's incredible, seriously. And lastly, please do a regular self-assessment. Always go back and see how your progress has been, review your business strategy, like just these steps that we are talking about, just review them constantly and see what is working, what is not, what you need to change. Maybe you need to change your strategy. It's really good to do an assessment of it constantly and always make any adjustments that are necessary, even if it is a pain in your butt. always make any necessary adjustments. These are obviously just some of the steps you can take to set a clear business strategy, but there is more to it. There are more steps you can take, and I can actually expand on this in another podcast episode if you guys are interested on this. Reason number 3 of why you are stuck right now. This is because you are burnout. And this, I know, it is something we talked about in our last episode. So if you didn't hear it, go back to that one and check it out. But this is obviously, guys, a big reason why you are stuck as an interior designer in your business. I don't want to dive too deep in this reason today because, again, we already have that episode to go and listen for that long. But obviously, if you're handling everything by yourself, if you don't have a team, if you don't have support, if you don't have your people to delegate to, and you are doing everything literally by yourself, you are obviously getting overwhelmed, you're obviously getting burnout, and you're obviously stuck as a consequence of it. Look for some way to bring more inspiration to yourself. Besides like delegating and looking for help in that aspect, bringing more inspiration to your daily life that would also help you to stop feeling burnout. This could be in the form of doing your favorite hobby, your favorite activity, taking a break to do some physical activity, some yoga, some meditation, taking a break to go take a coffee, to paint something, to write, to whatever it is that you like, to play some games, whatever that is that makes you feel your best self. That is what you need to start doing. As I always say, prioritize well-being. And there is also another episode where I talk about nurturing well-being and self-care and how does it impact an interior designers. So if you want to know how to prioritize self-care and how this can impact you and all the benefits that it brings you, go to that episode and you will have all the steps. Also, if you want to learn how to prevent burnout, go to our last episode and you will learn all the details. The last thing I want to say about this section is love yourself. and prioritize yourself and your family before your business. This is something that I fail in doing too. So I feel you there. I do prioritize my business more than anything in many cases. That doesn't mean that I prioritize it before my family, okay? I'm just trying to say sometimes we work more than we are supposed to be working. Sometimes we skip some stuff because we know that we need to bring our business to a certain level because our expectations are there. But you need to prioritize yourself. That's the last thing I'm going to say. Go check those 2 podcast episodes, please, to add up with this section. And then this will be the 3 reasons why you are stuck as an interior designer. But I have a little additional reason that I want to share with you today. So reason number 2 why you're stuck is client communication challenges, which unrealistic expectations and last minute changes I can completely make it go to the ground. I don't know if any of these expressions makes any sense to you. I'm so sorry if they don't. But seriously, setting realistic expectations and prevent last minute changes is so important. And the way that you do this is with good client communication. And I do have a very good and very affordable course about this that you can find in my website that I think it will be so helpful for you if this is one of the reasons why you're stuck. I know I already mentioned it in this episode, but we also touch base on this subject during that course. So actually, I think that you should definitely go and check it out. Again, it's very affordable. It's less than $50 and it is totally worth it. You will find 5 video modules, the Empowered CEO workbook, and you will also be able to access a very exclusive interior design community, which is awesome because any of you can just post your questions and comments there and everyone will be there to help you. So for sure, go check it out. We talk all about how to navigate client unrealistic expectations and how to set clear expectations for them to not have the unrealistic ones, how to prevent the last minute changes and what to do if they still happen and how to manage them like a queen. So anyways, those were actually 4 reasons why interior designers are stuck, why you are stuck. And I just want to say you are the one who holds the key to your interior design business success. And I mean, by taking action and addressing these obstacles and these struggles you're having, you are acknowledging them, first of all, which it is the first step. By acknowledging them and addressing them, you are doing what is needed to be done in order to start the process and the journey to success. There are many steps in the way. There are many small steps and small goals that you need to set and do before reaching the bigger one, but it's worth it. And you have to start somewhere. If you never acknowledge it and you never address it and you never take action, you will never reach that big goal you have. So it might seem huge, but start small, as I always say, and it will be more doable and way more easy. So as always, I hope this episode was very, very, very helpful for you. And if you felt called out in any of these points, I would love to know. I would love to know your insights and I would love to know your struggles so I can also help you. And I would love to get to know you. And I hope I get to have you in my next episode too. I'm very excited for the next one, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you for listening to the Sur Studio podcast. We love to have in our community. Let's be friends on social media. You can find us on Instagram at surstudio.id or check out our website at surstudiointeriordesign.com. This was Priscilla from Sur Studio, and I look forward to have you on our next episode.